Annie's 12 years old, and 2 more she'll be a whore. Nobody ever told her it's the wrong way. Don't be afraid with the quickness you get laid, for your family get paid, it's the wrong way. I gave her all that I had to give. I'm gonna make it hard to live. Salty tears running down her chin, it ruins up her makeup and never wanna give. A cigarette pressed between her lips, but I'm staring at her tits, it's the wrong way. Strong if I can, but I am only a man, so I take her to the can, it's the wrong way. The only family that she's ever had is the 7 horny brothers and a drunk ass dad. He needed money, so he put her on the street. Everything was going fine until the day she met me. Happy, are you sad? Wanna shoot your dad? I'll do anything I can, it's the wrong way. We talked all night and tried to make it right. Believe me, shit was tight, it was the wrong way. So run away if you wanna stay. 'Cause I ain't here to make ya. Oh no, it's up to you what you really wanna do. Spend some time in America, dub style. She'll give you all that she has to give, but I'm gonna make it hard to live. Big salty tears running down her chin, and it tears up her makeup I never wanna give. So we ran away, and I'm sorry when I say, straight to this very day, it was the wrong way. She took a hike, it don't matter if I like it or not, 'cause she only wants the wrong way. I gave her all that I had to give. She still wouldn't take it. Whoa, no. Her 2 brown eyes are leaking like a sleeve. It still ruins her makeup. I never want to give. Well, it's 8 o'clock in Boise, Idaho. I find my limo driver, Mr. Take Us to the show. I done made some plans for later on tonight. I find a little queen and I know I can treat her right. What's your name, little girl? What's your name? Shooting you straight, little girl. Won't you do the same? Back at the hotel, Lord, we got such a mess. It seems that one of the crew had to go with one of the guests. Oh, yes. Well, the police said we can't drink on the bar. What a shame. Won't you come upstairs, girl, and have a drink of champagne? What's your name, little girl? What's your name? Shooting you straight, little girl. Well, there's no shame. What's your name, little girl? What's your name? Shooting you straight, little girl. Won't you do the same? Oh, yeah. What's your name, little girl? What's your name? Shooting you straight, little girl. Won't you do the same? 9 o'clock the next day, and I'm ready to go. I got 600 miles to ride to do one more show. Oh no. Can I get you a taxi home? It sure was grand. When I come back next year, I want to see you again. What's your name, little girl? Shooting you straight, little girl. Well, there ain't no shame. What was your name, little girl? What's your name? Shooting you straight, little girl. Won't you do the same? All right, so one of those songs is Leonard Skinner's "Little Girl," or "What's Your Name?" I'm sorry, and the other song is Sublime's "Wrong Way." And Sublime's "Wrong Way" is currently trending on TikTok because people are using it as an audio for a dance with cosplay, specifically the "A cigarette pressed between her lips, but I'm staring at her tits, it's the wrong way. Strong if I can, but I am only a man, so I took her to the can, it's the wrong way" part. And then there's a bunch of people mad about it because of the "and he's 12 years old and 2 more she'll be a whore. Nobody ever told her it's the wrong way" part. Because it's about a 14-year-old prostitute, which obviously is problematic, but This is telling the story of a marginalized person who's forced into being a prostitute. Unfortunately, the narrator and speaker of the song are saying that they're the one who did it, which is unfortunate. But when you know Sublime, you know that that's just sort of a thing that they do. So it just is. And then you've got Skinner's song, often considered one of the greatest songs of rock and roll of all time. And it's literally about a person who I'm assuming is underage because of all of references to little girl being brought up to drink champagne in a hotel after the police said they couldn't drink in the bar. And yet nobody seems to have an issue with the Skinner song. Everybody's like, yeah, no, Skinner's fine. It's a great song, classic rock. For a really long time, you couldn't hear Wrong Way on the radio, which was a problem because like Wrong Way is a great song. Sublime is a great band. Sublime tells a lot of stories in their music. It's lyric poetry about people that helps with the way things are, especially in areas of extreme poverty, with specifically with Wrong Way. I think it's rather interesting that people have such little media literacy these days that they can't analyze a song. They just hear the first lines and they don't take anything further than the meaning of the direct meaning of what the words on the page are or what the words they hear are. Half the time when you hear a song for the first time, you're not even gonna get the words right anyway. This one you will. Annie's 12 years old, and tomorrow she'll be a whore. You can figure out that she's 14 and being a whore. But yeah, maybe people should have been paying more attention when your English teachers asked you, why are the curtains blue? I don't really like the why are the curtains blue question because sometimes the curtains are just blue. But you can always think about the further meaning of things, specifically with Skinner. With Skinner, you can see, oh, he's trying to get this person drunk. He's taking advantage of them for sexual favors. He's not paying them, so it's not a transactional thing like it is in Wrong Way. Now, Wrong Way is still a crime, as the person is underage, but he is paying and he recognizes that what he's doing is wrong, which is important. If you recognize what you're doing is wrong, you can then go on and stop doing it. But if you don't recognize that what you're doing is wrong, you can't stop doing it, which is a big problem. Skinner doesn't recognize that what he's doing is wrong. In fact, when I come back here next year, I want to see you again. He's like, yeah, come back next year. And we can infer from the lyrics that they had sex because he wants to see her again, and he was literally trying to bring her up to the hotel room. What do you do in a hotel room? When you bring somebody there, you usually have sex. That's a thing that happens. And like this person, clearly based on the context, not old enough to drink alcohol. It is such a bad song in terms of like what it's about. Now both songs have great beats. I'm not gonna deny that. Both songs are great examples of the rock genre, which is good to have, rock. But it's another thing. It's like when people misinterpret "Born in the USA." It's like, what? What are you doing? Why are you misinterpreting "Born in the USA"? It's literally it's a protest song. Like Skinner's song is about literally just trying to take advantage of somebody by getting them drunk, having sex with them, buying them a cab, which transactional, maybe not. I want to make sure you get home safe because I just took advantage of you so that you think that the last interaction we had was good and not really transactional in the way that it is in Wrong Way. Whereas in Wrong Way, it's literally paying. You know, it's literally paying for the situation, and the person's under the age of 18. So it's a huge problem. But seven horny brothers and a drunk ass dad. That almost makes me think that the reason she turned to. Actually, no, it does. It makes me think that the reason she turned to sex work is because of sexual trauma during her life. So please, have media literacy. Learn how to read between the lines. Honestly, if you ever want to understand the meaning of songs, you need to take a poetry class so that you can learn how to analyze poetry. Because songs are just lyric poetry.